So it's this particular provision about taking security over some property. So think about it. When the bank takes a mortgage over your property, you've actually granted a right. And there's CGT implications for doing that. But we've got a section that says just disregard it because that's stupid. Like economically, that makes no sense. And that was really intended to apply to secured lending.
Yeah.
If it's a security, like it's equities or something like that, there's a separate provision that does that, the securities lending provisions, but only to a security or financial product as defined in the Corporations Act. Now, when you're doing crypto loans, you don't want to just register your title over some Bitcoin because it's practically unenforceable.
Yeah.
It doesn't really give you much comfort. The only way that you can have comfort as a lender is by possession.
Yeah.
You've got to have the Bitcoin somewhere. And lots of ways to do that. Your way was really nice and crisp and simple. It's in cold storage with a registered custodian. Here's the wallet address. It doesn't move.
Yeah.
Cool. Customer pays off their loan. They get the security back. The trouble is, when it goes from my wallet to your wallet, I've disposed of it.
Yeah.
You don't hold it on trust for me because you hold it for you. It's your security.
Yeah.
So we go, okay, well, with the securities lending provisions don't apply because they're good fudge. The normal CGT rules will trigger a capital gain. Then we've got this very loose general rule about granting security.
Yeah.
Can we fit inside of it? And the answer is yes, that we could. I mean, we're successful in that private ruling. And this section hasn't been looked at in over a decade.
Yeah.
But it's come to the front again with crypto because you have to dispose of it to grant the security interest.
Yeah.
So the last ruling was 2014, which is of great help. But the ATO were quite sensitive about this, so no one really did one anymore. The reason we got a private ruling is actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting to me.
Okay.
Great question.
Yeah.
So when you go to the ATO, you can ask them for two kinds of products: a public ruling or a private ruling. Public ruling covers everybody, of a class or if you use a product or just generally. Private ruling only applies to the taxpayer that applied for it, and they publish them on the website, which is good fun to see what goes on there. If you ask the ATO for a public ruling, they can decline.
Yeah.
They can say, we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
See you later.
And on what grounds would they decline?
Because they don't want it.
Oh, okay. So just say that.
They have complete option to just not do it.
Oh, really?
Yep. Which is why we didn't start there.
Yeah.
Because with a private ruling, essentially the commissioner has to rule as long as there's certainty about, you're actually going to do the transaction.
But you've already done it.
But we'd already done it. So like they didn't have any of those veto cards in there.
Yeah.
And also they're putting that in, instead of going through a complex advice team, I got a ruling officer from the individuals team.
Yeah.
Who just ruled on it. It took about 2 months.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that was quick.
Yeah.